Hey geeks, this is Super Geek Brandy Walsh from San Antonio, Texas. My happy place is listening to coffee walks, trip reports, and geeking on Walt Disney World with Curtis and Lindsay.
Are you ready for a fun-filled hour of food favorites, resort hopping, and hanging out with Disney World geeks? It's now time to go geekin' on Walt Disney World. Here's our dad and co-host. Hollywood was impressed with his performance in crowd scenes at the Indiana Jones stunt show. He never misses an 11 a.m. margarita at the Mexican Pavilion. And Mike Wazowski is still raving about his performance as that guy over at Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Curtis Stone.
Welcome home, Disney World geeks. This week we're going to the Polynesian Resort for 8 nights and eating real good on the Deluxe dining plan on episode 203 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. I am your Geekin' Family Podfather, Curtis Stone, and we are the family-friendly father-daughter podcast that will feed your passion for Walt Disney World by sharing our experiences and opinions, as well as others from our community of passionate Walt Disney World geeks. I am so excited you're here with us, listening to our show, and we consider you family, part of our Geekin' family. So join us every Monday as we share travel tips, resort reviews, and lots of food talk through our live trip reports, interviews with our Geekin' family members about their trips, and special guest roundtables on fun Disney World topics from Geekin' family members all around the world. We take pride in the awesome and positive community in our Geekin' family, so come join us to share in our love for Walt Disney World and each other, and I bet you'll find something or learn something to try on your next vacation. Today's episode is sponsored by our good friends with Fairy Tale Concierge Travel Agency. Fairy Tale Concierge is an authorized Disney vacation planner agency. You know them as part of our Geekin' family. That's Jennifer Galambos and EJ Cruz. When you book your Disney World vacation with them, you're going to get a professional travel agent. And let me tell you, they are really passionate about Walt Disney World just like us. And we know you dream and plan that next trip all year long. Well, why not talk to them? Because they talk, eat, and drink Disney World all day long, and they love chatting with you about your next trip. When you book with them, they're going to help you from the very beginning during your trip, and who knows, you might even end up doing a trip report with us. So contact them now for a free, no obligation quote, and best of all, those services that they provide, they're free to you. So why not try? It's easy, and we love to keep those trip bookings in the family. Get all the details on our website, geekinonwdw.com, and you can get their contact information. You know I love me some Polynesian resort time, and how about trying the Deluxe dining plan? Yeah, this week we bring on Mike Nelson, and he does an adults only trip with his wife and his in-laws, and the highlights include some awesome signature dining, including one of my favorites, the Boathouse. Everybody's favorite, the San Angel Mexican Pavilion. It's such a nice atmosphere and some Mexican food there. Hey, Mike really tries the steaks, and why not go down to the Le Cellier over at the Canadian Pavilion? A great spot. I'm glad to hear that is still an awesome place for a steak. One of Mama and my favorite restaurants over at Hollywood Studios, the Hollywood Brown Derby, the Columbia Harbor House for lunch, and we finish off with the California Grill. So Mike does a great and awesome job detailing all of these amazing restaurants. So let's enjoy some Polynesian resort time and Disney signature restaurant pampering in all its glory. Well, I'm excited to bring on this guy. We've had some chats over the internet many times. I can't remember how many times we've wanted to have him on. So he's in my neighborhood. I'm excited to have him on. Let's bring him on. You know, we like to introduce with some fun things that are important to our guests. So, hey, he rope dropped Animal Kingdom twice in the same day. So I don't know what that means, but I'm going to ask him. And his vacation doesn't officially start until his first Lapu Lapu. And boy, I like that. That's a great one. And he would willingly volunteer to be Happy Haunt number 1000 in the Haunted Mansion. I really got to ask him about that. Please give a warm Geek and Family welcome to Mike Nelson. Hey, welcome home, Mike.
Hi, Geeks. Hi, Kurt. How are you?
I know you've been listening to this show. If you say hi, Geeks, that's
absolutely, yeah. I've made a mental note to do that.
I didn't even train you ahead of time. That was awesome. So I know I'm in Connecticut, and where are you, Mike?
I'm up in New Hampshire, but I get to Connecticut quite often. My daughter goes to college down in Connecticut, so we visit occasionally.
You drive right through my neighborhood. Then I think you told me. I want to guess Fairfield. Did I guess right?
Correct.
Oh wow. Usually my memory's not that good. Yeah, that's awesome. Yes, we're neighbors. I love going up your way too.
And I just want to say I've been a longtime fan of your show. I've been a subscriber for a very long time. I always enjoy your shows. I love listening to the trip reports. I'm just happy that I can include mine now too.
All right, I'm glad. And you went to my favorite resort of all time. And hey, also we were just talking before we started hitting the record button. You've got a podcast of your own you're doing too. I hope I inspired you.
Yeah, a lot of things inspired me, but the more I listened to, the more I wanted to get into it. And I hooked up with 4 very great people. We started our podcast. We went live this summer. It's called WDW and Beyond. We cover everything having to do with Walt Disney World and beyond, as the title would say. But we're about a dozen episodes in. We do a weekly show. We also do a weekly news show. We like to mix it up, a lot of roundtable discussions. We do game shows, which are a lot of fun. So yeah, it's been great.
I've been thinking about doing a game show. I'll have to get your advice on that. I was thinking of, do you ever do Family Feud? I was thinking.
Yes.
Oh, see, it wasn't an original idea of mine then. Well, the one we're working on right now, I have to edit. We did a version of the $25,000 pyramid. Awesome. That's a great idea. Well, you'll have to train me, Mike. Maybe have me on your show. You'll have to reciprocate and have me on your show.
Absolutely. You're welcome anytime.
I'd
Kurt.
love to have that. All right. I love doing trip reports too, as you know. And why don't you tell us, we'll step back and say, tell us what's your history with Walt Disney World?
Well, my, when I was a kid growing up, every Sunday night, watch The Wonderful World of Disney. Yep. I made my first trip to Disneyland in 1979.
Okay.
Flew out to San Diego for vacation. We did a day trip up to Disneyland. Went back there again 2 years later in 81, and we stayed overnight up there. And I made my first trip to Disney World in 1984, in the brutal summer of 1984.
Okay.
I remember that because it was right after the Summer Olympics ended and the USA Olympic team marched down Main Street, USA, which was kind of cool.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah. I love the Olympics.
Yeah. And we saw Mary Lou Retton and Edwin Moses. All the Carl Lewis was there. All those heavy hitters from '84. And after college, my wife and I moved out to San Diego, and we were regulars at Disneyland for a good couple of years.
Nice.
This was before annual passes were a thing, but they ran a promotion for quite a while. If you were a Southern California resident, based on zip code on your license, you could get in for $20.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
wow,
$40 for the both of us to get in. And that was nice. Then we moved back to the East Coast, and we had 2 daughters, and we started doing trips there every few years with them. And this trip we're going to talk about tonight is actually our first trip without kids in 15 years. So that was a bit of a change.
What is your family unit? We talked about your daughter that's going to school. Do you have other children?
I have 2 daughters. I have one who is a junior at Fairfield University. She's actually studying abroad this semester. And I have another daughter who is a freshman at St. Anselm's College.
Oh, boy.
In New Hampshire.
We're in that same, I'm just about on the tail end of that college thing. Where's your daughter studying abroad?
She is studying in Ireland.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yes. Yep.
All right. So this was a couples only trip, I'm hearing. Now, when did you go, Mike?
We went September 16th to the 25th. It was myself and my wife, and my in-laws went as well.
Wow. So you get along with your in-laws, huh?
I get along with my in-laws are fantastic. They have been very good to me since the day I first met them. I love them dearly. They're great.
I think that's really important. Same here. My kids were spoiled rotten by their grandparents and my parents. Oh yes, that's fantastic. All right, now the big question: which resort did you stay at?
We finally stayed at the Polynesian.
Finally, what's your normal resort then? What's been your pattern?
We've my wife's been a few more times than I have because her work. She had a little bit easier time getting time off from work. Yeah. My wife's been to the Floridian several times. The last time we all went as a family in 2014, we stayed at the Beach Club.
Okay.
Which was nice. We've also done the Wilderness Lodge and Port Orleans. Very
nice. Those are all absolutely fantastic deluxe resorts. But Polynesian definitely, I don't know, it's my favorite. All right, let's get right to the punch here then. Which one do you think is your favorite now?
Polynesian, hands down.
Really? You're not just saying that to make me feel good, are you?
Not at all. It's not an easy decision, but it is an easy decision. I mean, the Polynesian just blew me away. Every aspect of that resort was top notch.
In some ways, Mike, if you're a podcaster, one of the things I like to do is take a stand on something. And my favorites is one of those things I push and talk about because it's just kind of fun to do it that way. But yeah, it's right. It's hard, right? It's like, which one's your favorite child? Someone once said to me on the podcast.
Exactly.
But the Polynesian definitely has all the elements that are favorite to me. All right. Were you celebrating anything?
We were celebrating being empty nesters for the most part. We were treating ourselves to, getting 2 kids off to college. They're both doing well. And then it was time for a little husband and wife time.
Nice.
Just to get away and enjoy ourselves.
Now, I know the Polynesian, I think you wrote down, I think you stayed in the same building that I stayed. The very first time we went to a deluxe resort was the Polynesian. That's maybe part of the reason it's so special to me. I stayed there a couple times before the vacation club. But which building were you in?
We were in the Fiji Longhouse.
Yeah. Isn't that I'm 99% sure. That's the one that's like right along where the boats are docked.
Yep.
Right?
That's it. I researched it long and hard. I'm a member of Touring Plans.
Right.
So I used their all their room view photos.
Okay.
And it was important for my in-laws as well because my mother-in-law has some medical issues, so she needed an accessible room, and they had one in Fiji. So we both wound up staying in the same longhouse.
Yeah, and it's close to the main house too. That's really cool.
Yeah, the location was fantastic.
Right.
We had a great view of the marina, the lava pool, the Contemporary, Seven Seas Lagoon. Oh. It was gorgeous.
How many nights?
For standard view room. We were there 8 nights.
Not too bad. This might be a long pod. Just want to warn you, Mike. I've been known to go, hour and a half for sure.
That's why I can talk Disney all night long, Kurt.
We do have football to get to. We were saying that too.
Yep, it's already recording, so I'm good.
All right, and I see you stayed one night at the All-Star Music too.
That was my rep. I stayed one extra night to attend a get-together for the podcast and some other stuff. And nice. It was a little bit of a shock going from the Polynesian All-Star Music, but, I made it work.
All right. What did you do for the podcast?
We had, we were linked together with a couple other companies doing a dessert party over at Epcot. Nice. For Illuminations.
Oh, good deal. And I see something on your trip report that really caught my eye, and that's the deluxe dining plan, because you know how much I like to eat.
Yes. Yeah. That was something. Let me tell you. That was
first time doing that?
First time on the deluxe plan, yes. Yeah. My wife and kids had been on it once before, and they warned me about it, and I was like, how bad can it be? And It's a job. It is. It's work.
Well, would you do it again?
I'd do it again. I'd make a couple of small changes to it, but I'd do it again.
When you say it's a lot of work, is it just a lot of food, or you feel like you're pressured to hit out all the top places, or what's the work
It's
involved?
a lot of food,
Yeah.
but it worked out well for us because a lot of the dining we did that week was signature dining.
Yeah.
So we're really only eating 2 meals a day because breakfast I just couldn't even look at for the most part.
That's so true.
So for signature dining, it worked out well, very well actually.
Okay. Well, I haven't, I gotta be honest with you. I hadn't looked through, I'm totally seeing this through for the first time, and that's not your fault. I've been, up to my ears and all kinds of stuff, but so we're going to go day by day. You did this is the way you do your trip report, guys. You just bullet it out, and it's so easy for me to follow. Let's go day by day, Mike. And I definitely want to know all about these signature restaurants. That's awesome.
Sure.
And let's see, you got there day one, and you went to one of my favorite. I think you know what you're doing, Mike. Where did you go that first? As soon as you arrived.
As soon as we arrived and checked in, we wanted a little something to eat, but not too much. So we headed right to Captain Cook's after we got our rooms.
Yeah.
I tried. My wife and I split the Hawaiian pork, the pulled pork nachos.
Yeah, we're famous for loving those things. Yes.
So they're so good. They're so different. They're not what you'd expect a nacho to be, but they were delicious. The pulled pork was really good.
I love pulled pork,
and it was plenty to split.
Nice. Yeah. Right. It's filling. Right.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, I like talking about the Polynesian resort. There's so many things I like about it. And there's some little things like Captain Cook's. I really like that as one of my favorite resort quick services for sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was very impressed.
I like the ones that have something that's kind of unique. They got the Tonga toast there for breakfast, I know, and the pulled pork. Anything else there at Captain Cook's that kind of, because you were there for 8 days, you must have popped in there a couple times.
Popped in there mostly for breakfast.
Okay, yeah.
Because we get something and split it for breakfast, my wife and I, because we were still stuffed from dinner the night before.
I know what you mean. Well, we're going to get to that. We're going to find out why. But actually, that wasn't what I didn't see that on your report. Where did you go after that?
After that, my wife and I headed down to Disney Springs.
Right.
Mid-afternoon. Well, it's kind of later in the afternoon, but we're in no hurry to get anywhere or do anything. So we wound up over in Jock Lindsay's.
That's what I was getting at, Mike. That's what I like. Yep. I like that. Yep. That's my same kind of itinerary. And how were the crowds at that time? Do you remember about what time when you were there?
I think we got there about 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Downtown Disney was still pretty empty.
Yeah.
We had no trouble finding a table.
Right.
There were a couple free tables there, and we kind of sat right in the middle of the room.
I like that time, or even a little earlier, but it's good to hear that around that time. Still, you can get a table and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, because we had dinner reservations at 6, so we wanted to just get there and just have a quick drink. We didn't have any snacks or anything like that, but I just wanted to get that one under my belt because that was someplace I was really looking forward to.
Oh, you hadn't been before? Yeah. What'd you think of Jock Lindsay's?
I loved it. I hadn't been to Disney World since 2014.
Oh, right.
So there was a lot of stuff that I experienced on the trip that I hadn't seen before. I mean, last time I was there was downtown Disney, and the Ghirardelli ice cream place was one of the must-do places back then. So, did you
get a chance to check out Disney Springs?
Yes, we were there actually a couple times this week. That week, it was great.
What'd you think of the new place?
It was impressive. It's almost overwhelming. There's so much to do and see. I mean, just poking around a store could take you 45 minutes.
And eat and drink, right, Mike?
Yes. and nighttime, there's so much entertainment going on. There's musicians and everything. It was really quite the place.
I love it.
I really enjoyed it.
I am too. And you went to one of my favorite restaurants that I've been to. And tell us where your first big meal was.
Our first big meal was at the Boathouse.
Yeah.
And I booked this 180 days out.
Yeah.
And I was looking as much forward to dinner at the Boathouse as I was to going to Disney World. I'd read so much about it. I'd seen, I did a lot of looking at videos, menus, live reports, everything.
Yeah.
I was very, very excited to be going to the boathouse.
Do you like seafood, or what was it about the boathouse that was exciting for you?
I don't like seafood. That's one thing. Just I like the atmosphere. The menu was very, very broad.
Yeah.
And then to be honest, I hadn't heard a bad review about it.
No. Yeah.
So that was very appealing.
Do you remember what you had?
Oh, I remember exactly what I had. Let me check my notes here. I started off with a wedge salad, nice big wedge of iceberg lettuce with fresh bacon, blue cheese. It was delicious, and my wife got a tuna poke, like a raw tuna kind of thing, and she also got a few raw oysters.
Oh yeah,
I said,
yeah. Did you try that?
I said, what the heck? I did. I'd never had a raw oyster before.
Yeah.
So I tried one. We have video documentation of me doing it, and it was pretty good. I put some horseradish and some cocktail sauce on it. Down it went. It was.
I'm a little
good.
I'm a little surprised, Mike, that from where you live, that would be your first raw oyster. Aren't you in a kind of spot where you would come across those?
Yeah, well, I spent a lot of summers on Cape Cod, and I grew up in Rhode Island, so there was plenty of seafood around. It was just never appealing to me. Several times that week, I went outside my food comfort zone just to try stuff because I had nothing to lose.
Well, I want everyone to know, if they haven't heard me, I've never said it, I don't think, but I love raw bars. I'd like to even get them at home and do them.
I can see their appeal.
Okay, good. I'm glad you enjoyed them. All right. I got to tell this quick story though. We went for Judy and I. We went down, and Ken and our friends and Mama. I'm making fun of you about this oyster, but my wife did not know what full belly clams were, and I was shocked. We had fried seafood, and she had never seen fried whole belly clams, and they were
really?
I was like, you don't. I mean, that's what a clam is. She had me try to explain what a clam was, and she'd only known strips. All right, back to Disney World. Let's see here.
Well, after the wedge salad, I had the 12-ounce filet.
Oh yeah,
cooked perfectly. The waitress, who by the way, her name was Kim. She was phenomenal.
Good.
They brought the steak out to me, and they said, well, just cut into it to make sure it's cooked correctly. So I cut into it. Yeah. Beautiful medium rare.
Nice.
And my wife had the spicy tuna, and my mother-in-law had the plank salmon, and my father-in-law had the shrimp and andouille sausage mac and cheese, which he absolutely loved.
So did everyone have a good time at the boathouse?
Everyone had a great time at the boathouse. Good. And then we got dessert. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention dessert. Yeah. We all got the s'mores baked Alaska.
I'm trying to think. What's the s'mores? What's baked Alaska? I got to tell you.
This was a graham cracker crust with Rocky Road ice cream covered in marshmallows that they toasted with a blowtorch.
Oh, sounds really
the thing had to stand. She's over a foot tall. It looked like a shark fin. On our thing, and it was monstrous. It serves 4. It could serve 8 easily.
Nice.
And that I've been looking forward to a lot, and everybody loved it. I mean, we did our best to demolish it. And the nice thing about that, it's a real attention getter.
Yeah.
Because people come over and what's that? What's that? We had one guy sit down at our table asking, "Geez, what do you got there?" And he was all excited about it. And, but fun. It was a fantastic meal, start to finish. I cannot say enough good things about the boathouse. And my filet came with a homemade steak sauce, and I told the waitress, I said, that steak sauce was some of the best steak sauce I've ever had. What's the secret? And she goes, well, it's no secret. And, and she kind of walked away. Next thing I know, out comes the waitress with the chef who made the steak sauce.
Oh, wow.
I guess they had a contest between all the chefs before the boathouse opened to see who could make the best steak sauce. And this chef won. His name was Chef Brandon. I got to shake his hand, got to take a picture with him, got to tell him his steak sauce was insanely good. And then he proceeded to tell me it had 23 different ingredients in it for a steak sauce.
That's fantastic. Did you get the recipe?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't want to say yes or no in case Disney's listening. I might have.
That's fantastic. I love sauces. Yes, I love meats and dipping sauces and all that. That is wow. So we got to put a warning out there, Mike. I think our listeners need to know they probably should have had their dinner or breakfast or something before listening to this podcast, because I can see where this is going.
Absolutely. I've listened to many a podcast on an empty stomach and regretted it shortly after.
I'm glad I'm stuffed. I'm stuffed.
Yeah.
It wasn't with Baked Alaska, but at least I'm full. All right, let's get to day 2.
Well, actually, the end of day 1, we had 6:00 reservations because we had planned on going back to the Polynesian, which we did. We got there about 8:30.
Yeah.
We got some to-go cocktails at the Tambu Lounge, and then out to the Polynesian beach to see the Happily Ever After fireworks.
Nice. Yeah.
And I was a little afraid that the views wouldn't be that good from the Polynesian beach, but they piped the music in, and the fireworks viewing was absolutely spectacular.
Oh, good to know. Yeah.
From there.
Nice.
And then it was a 30-second walk back to the room, and we were probably in bed by about 10 because we had gotten up at 4:30.
Right.
And purposely didn't schedule park time the first day because we didn't want to be running around feeling like we had to do too much. So it was actually a very relaxing way to arrive at Disney World and spend the first day.
Yep, we're going to do the same. We've made the mistake of going into the parks on the first day. No more. We've learned from that mistake. Mom takes like Dramamine too, so she's a little bit doped up, I think, when we finally get down there and tired. That stuff makes you kind of tired too. It kind of gives you kind of a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good stuff. All right. Let's go to the parks, right?
Yep, day 2, Sunday. One of the nice things about the Polynesian is it's less than a 5-minute walk to the TTC.
Right.
To get the monorail over to Epcot.
Exactly.
So that's where we spent day 1. We got over to Epcot, and they still do the bag check at Epcot.
Okay, yep.
So
the security was over there.
Right. So we did the security check, and the first thing we did was head over to a ticket window, and my wife and I became annual pass holders.
Oh, congratulations! That means it's not going to be 3 years before you go back. I think.
Absolutely not. Oh no, I got 2 more on the books already.
Good for you.
So the lady just took like 5 minutes to switch over. We just paid the difference because we had already had 7-day park hoppers on our package, and we hadn't used them yet. So we got the full 7-day with the park hopper put towards that.
Nice.
And to celebrate, she gave us one of those handwritten anytime fast pass.
Oh wow!
Yep.
For the day. Is that
for the day?
Okay, cool. So where did you head on to first for the Epcot?
We headed in, and there was nobody in line at Spaceship Earth. We got there for rope drop, headed right on to Spaceship Earth, did that. Then we headed over towards the Food and Wine headquarters over near Test Track and everything like that. And as we were walking along, the JAMMitors were setting up and playing, and they started playing, and I looked around, and my wife and I were the only 2 people around. So we hung out and watched them for a few minutes. We talked to the guys, joked around with them, listened to them. It was a lot of fun.
Jamming with the Jamminators.
Yeah, it was great.
Cool.
And we headed into the Food and Wine headquarters to get our annual pass holder pins.
Yeah, what are those?
Buttons that with the Remy on them. It's the Food and Wine 2017.
Okay, yep.
They were kind of neat. And we walked around the headquarters a little bit. And then we headed over and used our extra fast pass for Test Track.
Nice, yeah.
So we hit Test Track. That was great as usual. Walked by Ellen's Energy Adventure, paid our respects.
It's all closed up. Was it all boarded up? Yeah.
No, it wasn't all boarded up. The water was drained from the front, but everything else looked normal.
Okay. I think now it might be boarded up.
That could be.
A month later.
From there we went over and met my in-laws over at the Land Pavilion, and we all did Soarin'. It was my first time soaring around the world. Right,
seen the first one. What did you think of the new Soarin'?
I really enjoyed it, and this time we sat in the top row.
Yeah.
So and we wound up in the absolute middle. Right. I mean, it was perfect. Good. It was very, very enjoyable.
That was intentional.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I asked if we could sit in the top row because the last time I rode Soarin' 3 years ago, I sat in the bottom row and I was like, all right, that was okay. But
yes. Mama makes me do that every time. Got to wait. You got to tell the cast member and then wait your turn.
Yep, I was fine with that, and they're very accommodating. Then we headed over, did the seas with Nemo, and walked around the aquarium, saw the manatees. The manatees were out, so we got to see them.
Love the manatees, yes.
Yep, that was pretty cool. And then this is something I actually thought about you when this started. I looked at my watch, and it's coming up on 11 o'clock. So there's only one place we're going to head at 11 a.m.
That's right. The alarm went off, right?
Absolutely.
World Showcase is open. Actually, I think it's open a little earlier now. I got to change my tune probably. Because you can get over there at 10:30 because of Frozen has opened that up. What were you going over to? Yeah. So where you're going to? Where then? Mexican Pavilion, maybe?
Yeah, we headed right into Cava de Tequila.
Yeah. So you go to the bar inside the pavilion.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, so people know in case they're new, Mom and I are frozen margaritas. The outside one is where the one we always talk about. Although La Cava is actually awesome too, but the famous place for us is the outdoor one there. Actually, was the new one open yet, Mike? I don't think it's open yet. They're building one.
Still not open. Yeah. No, it's not.
I wonder. That's going to be an amazing thing when they've got more margaritas flowing. But that's our spot.
Yeah.
We try to get there for 11 a.m. because that's when World Showcase traditionally opened. But yeah, La Cava is just as good. What time was it open there? Was it 11 open down in La Cava?
It was 11. Yeah, we walked right in, got a nice table with one of the couches there kind of up against the wall, which was really nice. My wife and I prefer our margaritas on the rocks with salt.
Yeah, and that's a good time to get in there, right? Because there's not as many crowds if you get there early. But it can be there can be a line out there if you're not there early.
Yeah, and it was getting warm outside too, and my in-laws are older and they can't handle the heat quite as well as we can. So it was a nice place to get in because we had reservations at the San Angel Inn.
Oh, okay.
For lunch.
Yep.
So I went and checked in over there while we were having our cocktails, and I asked for, if possible, could we have a table by the water? I don't mind waiting past our reservation time, whatever you guys can squeeze us in. And they're like, sure, no problem. It might be a little longer.
Yep.
Okay. So they gave me a buzzer. So we went back in and enjoyed our margaritas till the buzzer went off and got a beautiful table right on the water, watching all the boats go by under the volcano.
What time was your reservation for? Remember?
I think our reservation was noon.
Okay, so yeah, did you have a long wait?
No,
good.
No, we didn't wait past noon.
And why?
I checked in early.
And why would it matter if you're having margaritas in La Cava anyway?
Exactly. I was in no hurry to go in. It was nice and air conditioned. It was dark. I mean, it was the mid 90s outside, so I wasn't complaining at all.
And you're in the best pavilion anyway. Why not enjoy it?
Yeah, it's tough to argue against that.
Yeah. So what was on? I like this. You know what? I was just thinking this recently. We're going to do with my ladies, the Jen and EJ. We're going to talk all about Epcot and maybe that one's going to come out before this one. Who knows? But I don't know. I think the Epcot restaurants don't get their propers anymore because there's so many other things now at Disney World, and I really like all the restaurants at the Epcot World Showcase. So, what'd you think of the restaurant there inside the pavilion?
We've eaten there several times before. We really enjoy it. I do prefer it for lunch over dinner.
Okay.
We're big Mexican food fans, and lunch has more of your familiar Mexican food. They have tacos and burritos and chili rellenos and things like that. The dinner menu is a little more eclectic.
Fancy. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But for straight up good Mexican food for lunch, I mean, I got the beef tacos with the rice and beans, and we had, fresh guacamole, and I had, what did I have for, I think I had empanadas or something for my appetizer, and it was delicious.
Sounds good.
Never had a bad lunch there at all.
Yeah, great atmosphere too. Awesome.
Yes. Yep. And the service was great. We didn't get rushed.
Nice.
And we took our time, so by the time we got out, it was, 1:30 or so, and then we spent a good chunk of the afternoon just wandering World Showcase, checking out a lot of the food and wine menus.
Sure.
We didn't stop and sample, but because we were coming back later that week, but just kind of getting a lay of the land and making a list of things we wanted to hit.
Exactly. Had you been to the Food and Wine before?
I had not. My wife and daughter had, but this was my first time at Food and Wine.
Okay. Did you enjoy? Did you find out what everybody's talking about?
Oh yeah. There's a lot going on.
Right.
A lot going on. So we just kind of planned everything out, got our lay of the land, saw the acrobats in France right up close.
Yeah.
The guy that does the bouncing on the chairs, that was pretty good. We went into the craft beer pavilion where where they're displaying some of the concept art for Epcot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And some photos of the construction, everything like that. That was kind of neat. So we got a beer and walked around and enjoyed the artwork and enjoyed the air conditioning.
Yeah, I'm excited about that same pavilion. That's the one where you mentioned artwork for the new art festival, which I'll be going back again this year. I was there last year in January, this past year. And then we're going in January. I'm telling Mom, she didn't have it booked for the first couple of days of our vacation. I was like, we got to do this. The art festival is fantastic. And they do a lot of the events in that strange building. Mm-hmm. Nobody knows what's going on unless they're having a festival. Right,
exactly. That's the first time I'd ever been in there. It was kind of cool. So the afternoon was just spent. We did a couple more attractions. I think we went and did the land and some other stuff just to take a break from the heat, and then it was back up to Canada for dinner.
Yeah, you're doing this pretty good, Mike.
Oh, another 3 courses staring at me, right? A few hours after lunch.
Yeah, like how much time is in between here?
This one, there's again, my mother-in-law, she's got some issues, so she has to eat on kind of a regimented schedule. So we were kind of a little bit at the mercy of that, but it wasn't a huge deal. So we had 6 o'clock reservations.
Yeah,
at Le Cellier.
Le Cellier. So sounds like you guys have to have steak every night so far.
Yeah, my red meat intake went way. I'm sure my iron levels are still sky high.
I do too. I don't eat a lot of steak at home, but when I'm at Disney World, boy, that's one of the things that I do like to get. We always hear great things about Le Cellier. I've been there twice, but it's been a long time. What'd you think of Le Cellier?
I enjoy it. It's my second time there. First time we went the night we arrived back in 2014, and everyone was dead dog tired.
Yeah, right.
This time, we were fresh.
Right.
We were still a little full from dinner, but you got to have the cheddar cheese soup.
Right.
I got the ribeye with the potatoes. It was delicious, cooked perfectly. The dessert. My wife got a very interesting dessert. It's called coffee and donuts.
Yeah.
It's homemade house donuts with a whiskey caramel sauce and a coffee mousse. Kind of all in their own separate containers, and boy, it was delicious.
That sounds really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Nice. I think I'd like to have a coffee with that.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, it's good to hear Le Cellier is still hanging in there and going strong.
Doing good. It was packed. There was a big wait. I saw him turning walk-up people away, saying, "Sorry, we're booked for the evening."
Yep.
The only downfall to that is we were too full to stay for Illuminations.
Oh, okay.
Took all the energy we had to walk back to the monorail and then walk back to the Polynesian.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and yeah, sometimes I was gonna say your eyes are bigger than your belly, but you want to pack in all this stuff, and you'd rather go home and take a nap now at this point.
Exactly, and not having kids to entertain the entire time made the decision that much easier. Just like, I'm good for tonight. Let's head back. We'll walk around. We'll get a cocktail if we want and call it a night.
Good. Yeah, it's good to relax. All right. Let's move to day 3. I think we're going over to Hollywood Studios. Oh, you said in your intro you rope dropped twice in the same day, Animal Kingdom?
I rope dropped Animal Kingdom 2 times in the same day.
How do you do that?
Well, when we get to the Animal Kingdom, I'll tell you.
Ah, okay. To come. All right. So we're in Hollywood Studios rope dropping. That's a good plan of attack.
Yep.
What's going on over there?
We were very fortunate this week. Every time we walked to the bus stop at the Polynesian, the bus we wanted was there. I don't think we waited more than a minute.
Well, that is good to know. I'm glad to hear. I am actually glad to hear that because we had some tough times over at that other resort on the other side of you.
That's right. Yeah, I remember listening to those stories.
Yeah.
But it was just luck.
Yeah.
We'd come out and there they'd be. So it was Hollywood Studios. We got our pictures taken out front because that was one of the nice things about being an annual pass holder now is that photo pass is included.
Yeah.
So we used that all week long.
Yeah. Good for you. Yeah.
We got there before rope drop. We had our fast passes, but we didn't have a fast pass for Rock and Roller Coaster. So we walked in, did that right away.
Yep.
Did Tower of Terror right away. And then headed over to Toy Story Midway Mania using our first fast pass.
Yeah. Good plan. That's a good plan.
Yep.
Do the same. We do the same kind of plan usually.
Yeah, and then we had a fast pass for Tower of Terror, so we went to Tower of Terror again.
That's my favorite. Is that one of your favorites too?
Yeah, that never disappoints. That's just great from start to finish.
I do love that. I can't. There's some rides I've talked about this that make me nauseous, but the up and down there doesn't. It's fine. And I am getting a patch, Mike. Next time I go to Disney World,
there you go. That's what you need. You keep talking about it. I want to see a picture of that patch now.
I'm gonna get two if I've got. I'm gonna go to the doctor and I'm telling them I'm going to Disney World and I need a patch. I don't know if people do that. I'm the first I've ever heard.
Oh, they give them to you if to go on a cruise line.
I know.
can't imagine they wouldn't give them to you to go on a boat.
Actually,
go on a ride.
Our friend Jeff and Barry, they turned me on to that, so that's what I'm gonna do. But anyways, yeah, because I want to do.
Is that Jeff McCartney?
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of his. I listen to his trip report shows with you over and over again. They are hilarious. I really enjoy his stories. I love the $1,000 spa bill. I mean, all the wine tastings and everything. He's a real pleasure to listen to. I love when you have him on the show.
Well, it was so funny. We met him and Barry in the parks last time Lindsay and I were there in May. And Lindsay was talking about during the audio quilt we played back, and he was on there, and Lindsay was saying they were so much fun. It's so much fun to go with listeners, Mike. Wait till you build up your podcast, and you're really, going with some geeks, as we call them, and build these relationships up. It's really fun to really.
I hope we get there. We're working on it.
You will.
Hopefully someday we will. Yeah. And we also did One Man's Dream before lunch. Walked through there, saw the Toy Story Land model, saw the portion of the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge model.
Yeah.
A lot of neat stuff in there. I love looking at the photos.
I was just listening to the Disney Dreamgirls podcast because I'm going to have Michelle Young's going to be coming on in her trip report. Of course, she did her trip report on her podcast with about 4 episodes, but she was talking about how did they change the name of that attraction? And there's got
they did. Walt, I think it's Walt Disney Presents or something like that. Something Presents.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Changed the marquee.
Some new stuff in there.
A few new things. They've actually taken some stuff out, I believe, but not as much as I had heard they had taken out. If you've never been, you wouldn't notice it.
Oh, you did the Tower of Terror again?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's not a fast pass. I can't waste it.
Dude, you're a little obsessed there, aren't you?
Well, the one thing I really enjoy about the Tower of Terror, I love the background music loop.
Yeah.
I love that. I listen to that at home.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that, and I love the lobby as you go through.
You must love my live trip reports then with my binaural headphones going through there.
Absolutely.
I get it now. Yeah, I love everything about that attraction for sure. All right.
So that led us up to lunch.
Okay.
And our next signature dining experience, the Hollywood Brown Derby.
Is every meal, lunch and dinner, a signature meal in this trip?
Not all of them.
Nearly.
Yeah. I think there was just about one signature meal a day.
Sure.
But it's a good way to use your deluxe dining plan.
Oh, you got it. Why get it if you don't? Was this kind of the first time that you'd hit a lot of these signature restaurants?
Yes, Brown Derby was my first time.
Oh, nice.
My wife and kids had been there before. They had actually, my wife and my mother-in-law and my oldest daughter had done Dining with an Imagineer there.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of years ago, because she's a mechanical engineering major, and she picked this Imagineer's brain for like 3 hours and really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect for her.
Yeah. So this is my first time at the Brown Derby, and listening to you and watching other videos and things like that, I had to get a margarita flight
Yeah, I know.
for my cocktail.
I know. Lindsay definitely talked about that, and the Cobb salad, right?
Yep, I had Cobb salad appetizer, and my wife got the martini flight, which she enjoyed.
Yeah, those are two good choices.
Yeah, and because we got a classic lime margarita, we got a pomegranate margarita, and I want to say a mango.
Yeah.
And they were all delicious, and they were all decent size for a flight. They were decent size. So I got the Cobb salad appetizer.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big egg eater, but I said, well, I'm gonna do it because that's what a Cobb salad is. So I mixed it all up. It was delicious.
Yeah.
And they chopped the lettuce so fine there. It's really easy to eat. That was one of the nice things about it. And then I moved on to the some more red meat. I got the Wagyu beef burger.
Yeah.
Topped with pastrami and a fried egg.
It's funny that you say that. My son, we used to, when he went to Western Connecticut State, and we used to take him to a Red Robin, and they have a burger there with a fried egg. Is this a sunny side up egg, or is it
Sunny side up?
It is. Okay. Yeah, and
Yep.
he's been making them here at home. He's now finishing up school part-time, and he's here home, but he's into this burger and eggs. So was it good? This is lunch, right? Yeah.
Well, I'm not an egg eater. I don't eat eggs normally.
Yeah.
But I said, hey, this is the way they recommend it. I said, worst case scenario, I'll take the egg off if I don't like it.
Yeah.
I kept the egg on there. It was really good. It was very enjoyable, and the beef was insanely good.
Oh, good.
that Wagyu beef. And when we were having dessert, they have those dessert trios. And one of the ones I had to get was the grapefruit cake.
Yeah.
Which was good. It's really grapefruity though. It was amazing how much grapefruit flavor was packed into that thing.
I like that.
But one of the neat things while we were having dessert and talking, one of the Streetmosphere actresses came in costume, in character, made an announcement to the whole room, and then walked around and visited just about every table. And she had a martini in her hand, and she talked to us for 2-3 minutes and move on to the next table. I thought that was really neat.
I love that. Yes, we've seen that too. And she's going to really talk. If you get engaged with them, they'll really, I want to have I got to have my recorder going. They're so much fun to talk to. I love that. Yeah. I love the Streetmosphere, and it's even, it makes, that's cool that they got it there at the Brown Derby.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Streetmosphere. I will stop all the time and watch them on Sunset Boulevard and things like that. I love them. I watch videos of them. There's some podcast recordings out there of them. They're great.
Excellent. All right. What else are we doing?
Well, after that, we left Hollywood Studios. We had done pretty much everything we wanted to do.
All right.
We went back to the resort, freshened up a little bit, rested a little bit, and then we'd been there since Saturday, and I was really itching to get to the Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
I haven't been to the Magic Kingdom yet.
And it's pretty convenient being at the Poly. Too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my wife and I hopped on the monorail, headed over to the Magic Kingdom, and seeing as how we had already used 3 fast passes over at Hollywood Studios, we had a 4th available. So on the monorail ride over, we got one for the Haunted Mansion. Yep. So we headed right over the Haunted Mansion. And then we just used that extra fast pass, and we just grabbed whatever was available at the present time.
Yeah.
So we didn't select them so much for attraction. We selected them for time.
Yeah.
So after that, we fast passed in a row. We did Little Mermaid, Dumbo, which I'd never ridden on before. Even with 2 kids, I'd never ridden on it.
Yeah.
We fast passed the Barnstormer.
So it sounds like, was it crowded at the Magic?
It wasn't too bad. Yeah. I mean, fast passes for a lot of the bigger attractions weren't available at right then when we were looking to ride something. So we just decided, hey, we'll just take whatever's available next.
Yeah.
And we just bopped around the park fast passing for, a good couple hours. We fast passed Pooh, just some of the stuff we don't normally do.
And you're using your phone? You're using your phone for all this?
I'm using the app, just boom, 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 nice. And it worked perfectly.
Nice.
And then we headed over to Pecos Bill's, got some nachos because we were actually a little hungry.
All right. Yeah. No big meal this evening, right?
No.
All right.
No. We met one of my podcast co-hosts. He had gotten down to Florida. We met him, and we did Pirates. We did Space Mountain. Did Thunder Mountain 2 times in a row. And the reason we did that is, and I did this my last time in 2014. Thunder Mountain is a fantastic place to watch the fireworks.
Yeah. I've heard that before. Yeah. I've never done it.
You feel like you're in a Disney commercial.
Oh.
You're coming up over down the hill or something, and the fireworks are going around all over you. So they started when we were on the first trip. We got right back in line and did it again.
Nice.
And by then the park was getting ready to close, so we hung out for the Kiss Goodnight.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. It's funny. Jen Glambo said that during a recording. We were talking about Magic Kingdom last time we got together, and she mentioned that as one of her favorites. And I can't recall anyone ever talking about that. The Kiss Goodnight. What is the Kiss Goodnight?
I've heard someone else describe it as it's Disney's polite way of saying it's time to go. But what happens is the castle, they have some lighting displays on the castle and some music, and they're thanking you for coming and talking about wishes and everything. It's a short little 4-minute thing, but it's really nice. It's the park's emptying out. There's not a lot of people around, and there's no fireworks or anything like that. It's very subtle, but it's very well done.
Nice. All right, so you closed Magic Kingdom.
Closed Magic Kingdom, hopped right on the monorail. 3 stops later, we're back at the Polynesian and back to bed.
Isn't that location just divine?
Yeah. You
so
can't
spoiled.
You can't beat it. Yeah, it will spoil you. Yeah, we got another good night's sleep and up and at it on Tuesday.
All right, we're into day 4. I take it. I'm looking through here. Oh, did you go back to Magic Kingdom?
We did.
Yeah.
One thing I did every night, I went to the first day at the Polynesian. I went and I bought 2 packets of postcards. And I told my kids I'll send you each a postcard every day telling you what we did and everything like that. At the Magic Kingdom, if you go into Town Hall, they will put a special Main Street USA postmark on your letter. So every day we were in the Magic Kingdom in the morning, I got that postmark, and then they have that mailbox right outside.
Yeah.
The antique mailbox. And so we rope drop.
Does that stamp say Disney World on it or just Main Street USA?
Jeez.
I stumped you.
No, I took a picture of it. So let me see if I can't. I know it said Main Street USA. So I didn't know there was going to be a quiz on the podcast.
I'm tough, huh? I'm a tough interview.
You're.
You should know.
Yeah, I know.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So we did that. We did Pirates and Thunder Mountain because our plan usually when we hit Magic Kingdom is to head to the back corner and knock out Mansion, Pirates, Thunder Mountain. Unfortunately, Splash Mountain was closed for refurbishment, which kind of got to us because when we went in 2014, it was closed for refurbishment.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so the last time I was on it was in 2012.
Ooh,
well, my daughter, we were down there playing in the Softball World Series at Disney World for the week in August, and that was the last time I rode Splash Mountain.
Your annual pass, you're going to have to rectify that problem.
I know when I go back in February, it's probably not going to be closed like it usually is.
Oh, wow. February, yeah, that's a time, though, that they sometimes close it.
Yeah, no kidding. So I'm hoping this refurb will cover that.
Yeah, right.
And I finally got onto Seven Dwarfs Mine Train for the first time because the last time I was there, they were testing it 3 years ago. But this time, I finally got to ride it.
Yeah, nice. What did you think of Seven Dwarfs? Yeah,
it was cool. It was a little different, part dark ride, part roller coaster.
Right.
It was so smooth.
Yeah,
it was good. Incredibly smooth. I liked the way the cars rock back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And you get that great video as part of your photo pass.
Exactly.
too. So yeah, the Seven Dwarfs was really good.
Yeah.
I also did Filler Magic for the first time.
Wow.
Yep.
That's surprising. Yeah, that's been there. I think that's been there for quite a while.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, a lot of first times
really
thing. That's good.
I did a ton of first time stuff because I made a point to try and knock some of these things out I hadn't done.
Fill in the holes.
Yeah, we did Space Mountain, did Buzz Lightyear, and full disclosure, my wife beats me every time at Buzz Lightyear. She was a galactic hero one time.
We're gonna have to train you, Mike. We're gonna have to get you ready for your next trip in February. I gotta figure out. There is definitely. I should know this. I think there's a big Zorg there. You hit him in the belly and you get infinity. So we'll have to train you how to hit that.
Because she beats me at Toy Story Mania. She beats me at Buzz Lightyear. It's very emasculating, but
yeah, we do a lot of trash. We have a lot of trash talk in there. I definitely trash talk my way through all those rides.
Oh yeah. I put up a good fight, and then when you look at the scores, it's like, was I even doing it right? So then we headed to lunch at one of your favorite places, good old Columbia Harbor House.
Absolutely, but it's your first time. So
it was my first time there.
What'd you have there? Do you remember?
I got to tell you, it was one of the best quick service meals I've ever had.
I think you're saying this just to get on my good side so far.
Honest, and I'm not a seafood guy, so I got the chicken nuggets and French fries and coleslaw, and I got a mountain.
Oh,
this was easily enough for two people. The chicken nuggets were delicious.
Oh wow! Well, see, because I used to like to get I don't know why. I like a tuna fish sandwich. It's one of my things.
I almost got that.
Yeah, they call it Anchors Away sandwich, I think there. And you got really nice quality bread that they use. It's really good. But ever since they brought in that lobster roll, Mike, that has been my nemesis. I love that thing. It's huge. And, you live in New England too. I know you're not into seafood, but I'm kind of like a lobster roll connoisseur. Like if I go somewhere and they have a lobster roll, I'm all over it. And
they're everywhere.
Compare them.
Everywhere.
It's so amazing to me that I think one of my favorite ones too has always been this one down at Disney World. They've got them in other places too now, besides Columbia Harbor House. But
my wife regrets not getting it. She did not get the lobster roll, and she kind of kicked herself afterwards, saying, "Why didn't I get the lobster roll?" Yeah,
so she should have took my advice, but. Yeah, I know. So some people that don't like seafood, but we had four of them with the couples that we were there last time. I mean, there were lobster claw meat that you could fully see. Sometimes you get a lobster roll and it's kind of chewed up kind of a little bit, and you can't. Yep. I mean, these were just big old chunks. It's like, wow, that's so good.
Oh, I saw lots of lobster rolls on the trays when we were there.
Well, good to know the chicken nuggets are awesome.
The chicken nuggets could have easily fed two people. They were crispy, the good white meat inside.
Did you get in there?
French fries were hot.
Did you get in there early like I taught you to?
No, we got in there a little bit later.
Was it crowded?
It wasn't too bad. My mother-in-law usually in a wheelchair, so they have that special roped off section kind of way, if you're staring at the counter way off to the right.
Yeah.
They have a roped off section for people with wheelchairs, so we got a place to sit.
Cool.
Not too bad. And so after that, we headed over to Tomorrowland with the four of us. We had the People Mover, Buzz Lightyear again, which I lost again, Carousel of Progress.
There's a pattern here. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh. And then my wife and the in-laws headed back to the Polynesian for a little bit. I headed over to Memento Mori's because I had been wanting one of those spirit photographs for quite a while.
Yeah, tell everybody what a spirit photograph is.
They bring into this little booth and they take your portrait from the neck up, and then they do whatever they do to it to turn it almost into a holographic photo.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at it from certain edges, all of a sudden you're a ghost, and then you look at it a different direction and you're normal. And naturally, I had to get the frame with it, the real nice frame to go with it. But again, being an annual pass holder now, I got a discount that came in handy. I also met up with. Well,
what did that run
Brian,
you, Mike? How much did that cost you? Do you remember?
I think with the discount, it cost me around $40.
Oh, okay.
Which was very reasonable.
You got it hanging there in your office?
Yep, I got it up on top of my my shelf there.
All right. I like that.
And had it sent back to the resort, so I didn't have to carry it around.
Come out good?
It came out great.
Oh, good.
Really, really.
So it's a picture of you, like it's like you being a spook in the attraction.
Yep.
Yeah. You're number
really,
1,000.
They have a couple samples. They have a couple samples in there that you can look at. And the woman who took my photo, she made sure I was ready. She's like, "There's a mirror right here."
Yeah.
And,
Nice.
not like a mirror is going to help me anyway, but so she took that and she was very nice. They show you your photo of you before they go ahead and do what they do just to make sure you like it. So that was pretty good.
Sure. Nice.
By that time, when I finished up there, another one of my podcast co-hosts had come into town. So the three of us got together and hung out. And
Cool.
It's funny, you mentioned this a little earlier. We actually had a listener who was at the Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
So we went by and we met him, Paul, very nice guy, big fan of ours, big Disney junkie.
Yeah.
He was there with his family on vacation, so we hung out with him for a little bit,
Awesome.
talked a little trash about fantasy football,
Nice.
things like that. And then I left, the two of them went back to the Polynesian, freshened up because it was time to eat again.
About time. we didn't have a big meal last night, so come on, we gotta rectify this situation.
Oh, that we did.
Yeah.
We got on the monorail, headed over to the Contemporary up top to the California Grill.
Nice. Good.
My first time there as well.
I'm glad you got to go over there. How'd you make out at the California Grill?
It was really nice. Our table wasn't great. I think we got like the last empty table. We were kind of in the back, in the corner by the kitchen door.
Okay.
In like this smaller room.
Okay.
But it actually turned out well. Being with my in-laws, it was a lot quieter.
Okay. Yeah, I was listening to Michelle's podcast, and she was a little disappointed. There was a family of kids that were horsing around and really whooping up. Did you notice that too in California Grill?
No, I think this room they use for like small parties sometimes. It was way in the back around the other side of the bar.
I think I know.
But it was great because it was quiet because, you could have a conversation. And, any disappointment we felt with the table we had was gone as soon as we started trying the food.
Nice.
The food was amazing.
Good.
It was delicious. I started off with the Philly cheesesteak flatbread, which was practically a meal in itself.
Right.
And my wife got the tuna sushi 3 ways.
Oh, wow.
3-way. So she's a big raw tuna fan, big sushi fan.
Yeah.
So she enjoyed that. She had enough meat after that, so she actually asked about the vegetarian options at the California Grill. They brought her a special menu, and it was almost kind of like a tapas kind of thing where you pick 4 different things off the menu, and they bring you, arrange, 4 small servings of what you choose. And she raved about everything. She loved it all.
Yeah.
I was not going the vegetarian route, so I got the filet mignon on the served on tomato risotto.
The exact opposite of vegetarian.
Exactly. And the filet was amazing. And I'm not a big tomato guy. I like tomato sauce and everything like that. Yeah. This tomato risotto was one of the best things I ever tasted. I told the waitress, I said, if it was socially acceptable for me to lick the plate, I would. It was that good.
I get the feeling you're the type of guy that really compliments the staff and the chef.
I try to because they got a tough job. I try to make it as pleasant for them as possible.
I like that.
I think they appreciate it. We're just here. We're not high maintenance. We're not very demanding people. Yeah. And if something's good, I'm going to let them know it because I was a little skeptical with tomato risotto. I don't know about that. Well, it comes with it's what it comes with. And
flavors.
It was absolutely delicious. And then finished up with the chocolate cake, which was very good. And then I think that night was a Halloween party. So the fireworks weren't going off at the normal time, but we went out onto the observation deck just to take in the view of the Magic Kingdom, to took a few photos. It's really really something up there. It was really nice. And
that's all you're going to get from this episode. Hey, Mike and I go on for another hour on this trip report, and so I'm going to save the rest of it for another show. I want to give a big shout out to Kelly Reese, who is in Disney World right now with her family, and she's already posting a ton of pictures. She had some early trouble when she learned her first night at Saratoga Springs was overbooked for her 2-bedroom suite. And she's recently a DVC owner. And then she got some pixie dust and they upgraded her to a grand villa at Saratoga Springs. And boy, we got some awesome pictures in the Facebook group of that. Thanks so much, Kelly, for that. That is awesome. I know you moved on over to the beach club the next night, and even better, this morning she met up with royalty. That's Geekin family royalty, Princess Holly Burcase in Epcot. I really loved the pictures of the geeks, and oh yeah, she met up with Peter Burcase too. And I love my Geekin family reunions. Thanks so much, guys, for the pictures. It always brings a little tear to my eye. Thanks for that on a Sunday. Hey, the best part of podcasting and our show are the friends we meet and the trip ideas we share. Let me give you a couple ways that you can join our amazing Geekin family. Join our email list. It's called the Geekin Gazette. And each week I'll send out an email that has our favorite news story from Walt Disney World, a planning or money saving tip, and something interesting that our community is talking about. And when we have a discount announcement from Fairy Tale Concierge, we'll let you know too. So definitely get on that email list. And when you sign up for the email list, you'll get a planning spreadsheet that we use to plan our days, ADRs, fast passes, park hours, and which park we're in. We text that PDF to each other when we're there in the parks, and it's so handy to have on our phones all together. Another great place to find us is on our amazing Geekin Family Facebook group. It's closed. It's a private group. The geeks we have there tell me, and they give me some great feedback on the quality of the positive discussion that we have maintained in that group. And lots of friends have met through our podcast. To qualify, though, you need to have a passion for Walt Disney World and your vacations. Listen to our show and have a fun and positive attitude. Search for the group on Facebook, request an invite, and once you're inside, please introduce yourself so we can all say hi. It's really cool that these groups now have a place there where I have some pre-questions so I can qualify you right away, get you in there, and it's a lot of fun. I know you might just like email, so you can email me at kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com, direct message me on the Twitter at geekinonwdw, or leave us a voice recording via GeekSpeak. That's 860-294-4774. Tell us what's going on in your Disney World trip, or maybe you've got a question for the show. We'll play that on the show if you leave us a voicemail there. You can support our show by retweeting our Twitter posts, sharing our Facebook episode postings, telling your Geekin friends all about the Walt Disney World podcast here at Geekin on WDW. Hey, thanks for going Geekin on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true. Yeah, it starts at 8:30. Don't worry.
Yep.
What do you, I'll try to keep you to an hour, buddy. I mean,
whatever.
It's up to you.
I'm no hurry.
Our shows are usually long because I don't know. I get interested in the conversation. It just goes. So
I enjoy them. I listen to them at work.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's right. So, okay, good. That's
yeah,
right.
I've been a subscriber for a long
Long
time.
time listener. That's right. I
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
We've talked through some avenues there, Facebook Live or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been wanting to have you for a while. All
I'm
right.
very excited to finally be on.
Awesome. All right, let's do it. Let's see. I got this I want to burp oh, so just want to record. All right, here we go.